What's up, gamers, and welcome to a new episode of Last Cloudia. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing the usual. We're going to be talking about a new character, a new arc. And of course, before we even get into all that, like we always do, we're going to do a little housekeeping. I know you're shocked to hear that, so am I. So, first and foremost, I got to show off my homie here. Yeah, I'm still using him. I am leveling him. And no, I did not use the rainbow potion on him. I'm actually going to hold on to it until further notice. Haven't made my choice 100% on where it's going to be used, and that's fine. So, the first thing I want to go over is I want to thank the developers, the game devs, for how they handled this particular event that we're doing. So, in a previous video, I mentioned that it would be cool to have, you know, whenever you release a new character, have, one item that could be under a paywall, as long as you have an item that can be gained, through an arc or something like that that would fit the character. Well, they went above and beyond on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this particular character here. You'll be able to somewhat see what progress I've made. Oh, and by the way, our boy Celios here, level 100. And again, no, I did not use a potion. I actually naturally got him up there. It just took a while, but we're good. But going further down here, there he is. All right, so I recently got the Nameless Coat. This is an item that you actually get through completing the entire event, which is a really good item. It's specifically for him. Basically, when evading, might recover SC2, which is fantastic. When a sword is equipped, might evade if physically attacked. So pretty good item, decent stats. You got 50 strength, which is all right. You got 162 on the defense and 48 on the mind. Pretty good. Like overall, really, really good. I don't quite have his ability board completely set, but the main thing I'm just looking at is this equipment. Now, for those of you who haven't figured it out, getting the item for him is actually not very difficult. So what you do, if you haven't already done so, you go to the event. With the update that they did today for the fragment of a hero, they added the new one called the End. So you tap on that, and the only thing you're going to see in the bottom is Unfortunate Brutes. So you play that one, and you beat it 30 times. Once you beat it 30 times, you're going to get like an item, and that's going to unlock the rest of it. So you have In the Thick of It, and then you're going to have the little event story. And once you've done all that stuff, you then actually get the equipment that I just showed you. So there you go. And of course, they have a hard mode as well if you wish to do the hard mode. But yeah, they actually put a an item specifically for that guy in the event. I think that's fantastic. And it is a 6-star item as well. So I think that this really sets the standard on how events should be. You know, sure, have a paywall item, but also have another way to get a decent item for that character, whether it be through an arc or in this case through the event. And of course, to get it through the event, make it to where I have to play a little bit. Repeat it 30 times, or maybe make a difficult boss, whatever you want to do, but make it to where, you're not forced to spend money, is basically what I'm saying here. So good job, game devs, for doing that. Really, really cool. Just wanted to bring that up. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the new banner that just came out. So let's take a look here. It's gotcha time. Oh, and by the way, I'm also glad that they added more content to this event, because had they not done that, I would not have had enough gems to do an actual multi-poll, so it worked out. So today we're going to be discussing Claire and Dahlgion. I can't say that. It's Dahlgion, I don't know. We're just going to call it Claire because she's the main one, the little lady there. And then her sidekick, the machine, the robot, whatever. All right, so looking at the stats, this is a stone creature. Okay, so there we go. It's a stone creature. It's got 4,700 hit points, which is probably the best thing about it, stat-wise. 832 strength, which is actually decent for someone who's not really a DPS character. 992 on the defense, 846 on the mind, and 592 on intelligence. So these are kind of like, they're overall decent stats for someone who feels like they're more of a tank slash support type character, whatever you want to call this. like I mentioned about, the diva, she should have had like a stat that was pretty high too, but unfortunately they didn't do it to her, but at least they did it to this one. So decent abilities. If you look at the actual attribute resistance and element resistance, he's got a really interesting stuff going on. He's nil to two different things, but weak against three different things. And with the element, he's actually strong against three different elements, but weak against two of them. So he's got a lot back and forth here, making it kind of unique. Looking at the abilities, most of the abilities and specials are earth based. The only thing that doesn't have an element is double burst, which is just a combo attack. But yeah, I mean, it's actually an Earth-based unit, so you're going to be wanting all that Earth critical stuff, Earth attack rays, all that good stuff. You can tell that this is going to be kind of what he's all about. But for the most part, this is a tank. As far as the traits, Mode Explode, big explosion at 0 HP, damage rises with level, once per wave. Okay, so basically I'm guessing, so when he hits 0, obviously he'll die, but he's taking everybody else with him, and her. Because it's basically a duo here. I'm assuming you're going to be having the lady. Yeah, if you look at the little picture on the right, it shows a little girl riding the stone creature. So there you go. So once the combination gets to 0, kablooey, and lots of damage taken. Unchained Body, magical attacks don't make unit flinch or go airborne. That's actually really good because there are a lot of abilities that do that, and it can be kind of annoying, especially when you got something going. This guy don't care. Or this combo, I'm going to say, doesn't care. So pretty good. I think it's decent for what this is. Alright, so let's take a look at the skill list. Now, I can tell you right now that this is going to be one of those characters a lot of people are going to skip just because everybody's waiting on, the new one coming out later. I'm not going to go ahead and mention that one's name. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. So a lot of people are going to skip this one, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of those underrated characters just because of everything else surrounding it. So let's take a look and see what the skills are. So you got something looks like unique here. Ether Heal restores an ally's hit points, heal poison, blind, silence, curse, illness, and stun. So basically you're getting some hit points and you're getting rid of a status element. Pretty good. Resurrection, Tornado Storm, which is the mid-tier earth spell, which is actually a good one, by the way. You got the Magic Circles, HP up max, which you expect that. Defense up 4 and max, which I would expect that from this. This is, like I said, a tank. A lot of guard stuff. So guard, steel guard, vigilance, and guard charge. So it's, based off of the whole guard thing. Now, obviously, I've been testing guard for a while, and activating guard is difficult. I mean, basically, you have to just run around and not make an action, and that's the best way to make the guard happen if you're manually controlling it. But, guard's just not as reliable as I'd like for it to be, but we'll see. He comes with Soldier Shield and Sorcerer Shield, which is actually really, really good. So that's awesome. Minus 10% damage. Earth Attack Raise 2. So that's pretty good. Now keep in mind, this person has a decent amount of strength for being a tank. So that Earth Attack Raise 2 is going to mean something. Hammer Boost. Another good one. When a hammer is equipped, physical attacks plus 7% and strength plus 5%. So this is actually pretty good. Armor High Boost, which gives you a defense plus 20 and damage taken from bosses minus 20. So you're definitely going to want this to do probably tower, So that's probably not bad, or any kind of boss battle. Regular attack boost, so regular attack strength plus 20%. So that's actually really good too, just because you're not having to rely 100% on your skills. So I like that. That's pretty good. He has Breaker and then Destroyer, which greatly boosts Break. So he's actually really good on these skills. He's the kind of person that you basically want to slap on some attack ups, maybe some defense up if you think you need it, but I don't know if you're going to need it so much or not. You definitely give him some hit points, and you got yourself a good character here. I wouldn't go so hard on all the guard skills. I would probably avoid all that, but just all the basic stuff that would make him do a little more damage and make him a little more tanky, and you're good to go. But he's actually So this is a decent combination. I'm not going to say that it's top tier though. I would say mid tier at best. You're only going to use this in certain events. You're probably not even going to use this in arena unless you just happen to like the particular character combo. If this is one of your preferences, albeit use it. I think variety is good. So, but overall, this is an okay character. If I get it, cool. But I probably won't really be messing with this at all, at least for a few months, because I'm sure there's going to be other characters that I'm going to be prioritizing over this. So, not my cup of tea, but I think it's cool. I'll put it to you that way. It is cool. I like the idea of tanks in the game, so I'm down, but I'm not really in a hurry to do anything with that. And then, of course, we have the arc that goes with this particular banner that I also cannot pronounce because I'm bad at pronouncing this, but this is basically Udlair or Udlair, something like that. So the attribute of this arc, no attribute attack damage minus 20%. So when I read that statement, I'm assuming that if you're attacking with something that is not, that's literally no earth, no anything, you're gonna be dealing less damage. I don't think it doesn't say taken. It just says no attribute attack damage. So when you try to do damage with like Randy or Baleon, you're not really doing much. So it's kind of eh. I guess MP gradually recovers while dead. Okay. Every 30 seconds, recover 2,000 hit points, and every 10 seconds, SCT. I don't know what to say about that. This whole arc attribute is just weird to me. I'll say it's kind of on the thing. I'm not really impressed. Now you can learn magic defense up 2, concentration, HP up 4. So HP up 4 is actually good. So if you're gonna get this, you want that. You also got Dragon Shield, so damage taken from Dragon types minus 10%. It's okay. High Vitality, oh, that's actually a good one. Increase an ally's maximum hit points by 2,000 and recover hit points. This is actually good, but I don't know if you go out of your way to use it. And then Hammer High Boost, this is the real reason that you would want this. If you have a character that uses hammers but doesn't have this particular skill, there you go. When a hammer is equipped, physical attack 25% and strength plus 10%. So the Hammer High Boost is really the main reason you would want this arc. Other than that, most people would probably skip this. I think the HP 4 is cool, but the Hammer High Boost is really the only thing you want. Probably overall a mid-tier arc. This is really nothing to brag about, nothing really to be hyped to get. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting it just for the sake of collecting it and getting, gems and stuff from it, but for the most part, nothing special. But let's take a look at the actual Ether reward before I forget, because this is probably going to be the one good thing about this whole thing. The Broken Gate Lavandus. So let's take a look and see what this is. So it's Earth attribute. It's a hammer. 238 strength. Now that is a lot of strength. M plus 63 mind, which is decent. When physically attacking, chance to break enemy guard. Okay, so that ability is okay. I mean, it's probably good against the certain type of bosses that are, that like to guard a lot. So, But the big thing about this is the 238 strength. That's really where it's at. And if you have an Earth-based user or an Earth-based tank, which does exist out there, this is a pretty good item for that person. So I'll say that, yeah. The main reason you're going to want this arc now is for this particular item if you're into it. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, though, but it's a pretty good item. So I'll say it's cool. Again, not my personal preference on the character or the arc, but let's see if I get it anyway. On the non-paid banner, obviously. Now, after we do the multi-pull, I'm actually going to do a little bit of arena. So if you want to stick around just to see what the arena is going to be like briefly, I'm not going to do a whole lot of fights. Just, your daily, just get to it and be done. But it'll be interesting to check out. We haven't done it in a while. So I'm pretty confident this is going to turn red. So let's take a slash here. Bam! It's going to go through its motions here. All right, turn red. There you go. All right, so let's see if I get it. Or one of them. I probably want the arc more than the character. Okay, so unfortunately we did not get anything great. So we'll just say, no biggie. I'm not disappointed, but you know, it's a thing. All right. So there's your multi-pull for the day. Now we're going to go ahead and check out the arena real quick. So again, we haven't done this in a while, and I figured why not something interesting? Because again, this is one of the characters and arcs that I can't really hype too much because it's not really my thing. So to make this video a little more interesting, since this isn't really a hype character or arc, we'll do a little bit of arena just to kind of let you see where I'm at now. My race went up a little bit. It's a slow grind. I'm not really going hard on this, but this is my new team lineup right now. This is the formation that I'm using for said lineup. And it's pretty much the same on offense and defense with this. So let's see if we can get some wins here. Everybody's at least level 90, so we have a good chance against just about everyone. So this is going to be an obviously easy fight, but we're just going to do it because I'm not going to waste gold to switch it. Now, if you're really trying to grind this, you would probably spend money to change this group because you want to fight a higher ranked team to get more points. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to do the fight, and then hopefully on the next fight it'll actually be more of a challenge. Because I'm going to win this one really, really quick. If it ever loads. Like, I'm going to win this fight in a time faster than how long it took to load this, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, Barter, but I'm taking you down. Put it on auto. I don't need to really control it at this point. And look, the first four are already gone. It took longer to load the screen than for me to do the fight. Dang, Kohaku, calm down, girl. Calm down. It's okay. We won. Dude, Kohaku was hard. I just added her, by the way, to my squad. Just added her, like, maybe a few days ago. Because for the longest time, I just didn't have enough skill points for her. And I still don't have enough skill points for her, to be perfectly honest. I think I'm up to, like, maybe 40 or 30, some one of the two. So she's really not up to par, but she's still getting things done. About the only character of this particular squad that actually has a decent amount of skill points is Sevilla. That's it. Everybody else is pretty low, but we can make it happen. All right, so this is gonna be it. Oh, here's a challenge. Got level 100. Oh man, my homie's there, and oh Lily, this is gonna be hard. This I could potentially lose. Actually, I'm about 90% sure I'm gonna lose this fight, but we're gonna try. Don't be necessarily intimidated of a level 100, but the fact that the character that they have at 100 is that guy, if they built him right, I might not stand a chance. And of course, Lily's also there, so it's going to be rough. I'm going to need Kohaku to really get in there. She's going to be the only reason I could potentially not lose. It's going to be a close match, I think, so let's take a look here. I'm not afraid of Gorm, by the way. He's not that great, I don't think. Just a personal opinion. Yeah, I'm taking damage for sure. Actually, I'm winning. Wow. I was actually intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess I was wrong. Wow. Well, never mind. They got in there. Because what I thought was going to happen is their Baleon was going to start, dealing some damage while their, Lily was going to start casting some spells and doing some craziness. But I guess I knocked them out before they can gain any MP or any momentum to begin with. That was pretty cool. So when you get to the rank that I'm at right now, which is I think bronze 4 or whatever, you get basically one mother soul, which is the best part, and of course you get some souls as well, or yeah, some red and blue souls. So pretty cool. It's actually worth grinding to get a little bit higher if you want to get probably more mother souls and stuff like that. That would be the only reason. But I'm just not the arena grinding type in most games, so I mainly play arena for fun. I don't take it as seriously, but I do the best I can. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be this video in the nutshell. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate the fact that you guys do take the time to check out my videos. I mean, obviously I'm a very low budget kind of guy, so I'm not really trying to do anything fancy or anything. Just, having fun, and I just like this community. So thank you, community, for watching. Until the next time a banner comes out, you keep gaming and take care, y'all. Later.